Mark Williams' agent, Jeff Schwartz, has just spoken out about the trade the Lakers rescinded that would have sent Mark Williams to the Lakers for Dalton Connect. I'm just going to read out the quote, what he said. The overwhelming sentiment after conferring with multiple nationally recognized doctors is that the Los Angeles Lakers should not have failed Mark Williams on his physical. Jeff Schwartz of Excel Sports Management said in a statement released by ESPN's Shams Charania. Mark was ready and able to play for them and should have been given that opportunity. Now, I just wanted to read a comment that Mark Williams also said about this trade. I didn't think there was any world I could fail my physical. Every time I've been out, it's been documented. So I don't know for them if it was what they gave up or what went into that reasoning. But I don't think it was solely because of my physical. Like I said, I have been playing all year, and my minutes and production on the court speaks for itself. This is very interesting in the sense that it's very rare you see an NBA trade get rescinded for a physical. I can't remember the last time I've ever seen it happen, at least recently. I remember when I was a kid, the trade that would have sent Sean Elliott to the Rockets for Robert Horry that didn't go through. I remember at the time Sean Elliott was with the Detroit Pistons, and obviously Robert Horry was with the Rockets, and the trade didn't go through due to Elliott having kidney problems, which the Rockets discovered when they did a physical exam, and that was documented openly back then. Today, we don't exactly know what the Lakers found wrong about Mark Williams. I'm not sure if they can even release that due to HIPAA. Back then, HIPAA didn't exist, so that may be the reason why they didn't release this information on why they failed him. There's rumors that claim that the Lakers found something very disturbing on the MRI when they were doing the physical of him, but we don't know. It's all hearsay. That's the frustrating thing about it. Like, I wish we really knew for sure if the Lakers found something wrong with him on the physical, or did they just get cold feet at the last minute? Because the Lakers are such a stupid organization. I always lean towards them doing something idiotic, and I tend to believe, based on their past history, at least of what we've known of them since Jeanie Buss has taken over that team, so ever since the late Dr. Buss's passing, that they made a lot of dumb moves. And it just wouldn't surprise me if they got cold feet and they got real nervous about just losing Dalton Connect, that they may have just decided, like, well, even though this guy, Mark Williams, is averaging a near double-double, we prefer to keep our shooter Dalton Connect because I would say shooters a lot of times are more valuable than big men in today's NBA era, unless you have a really great defensive big man. And Mark Williams, from what we've seen and heard, is not a great defensive big man, but he's a great rebounder. So maybe they thought deeply about it, and they're just like, I don't know if I want to give up my shooter for a guy who's not a great defender, who's slow-footed when it comes to rotating, and just maybe it's not a good idea. I think that could have gone through their head, and they got real nervous, and they decided to not do that trade. And plus, maybe they're thinking like, well, Dalton, he could look really nice with Luka. Luka can help space the floor with him, and Luka needs shooters, so maybe we should keep him instead of getting Mark Williams. And maybe this upcoming summer we can steal some other big man for less that we can trust to be good defensively, or who doesn't have just who's not injury prone like this Mark Williams guy has been the last few years. So I lean towards them probably getting cold feet and deciding they didn't want to do this. That's what I really think went down this trade. I really do think that they got nervous and they chickened out and they canceled it at the last minute. I have to say, though, I was happy for Mark Williams last night. At least the Hornets could get a victory in, and he could have somewhat of a laugh against them, that he had a solid game of 10-10, I believe, and Dalton Connect had a terrible game, which just only makes it look even worse for Laker fans. Granted, I know some of them probably believe that Mark Williams is damaged goods, but we'll see. We'll see if he can play a long career where he doesn't sustain any more major injuries. If he can do that, then the Lakers will look like fools and they will have egg on their face. But if he gets hurt again and he's out for a significant amount of time, then the Lakers can have like the bragging rights to say like, hey, this is why we didn't want to do it. This is why we got nervous and decided not to do the trade and we couldn't go through with it. So that's all I had to say about this.